Hi Pisces, this is your forecast for the month of December 2016. This is a general reading for Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, or Pisces Moon. If you have a different rising or moon sign, you might find watching those videos helpful or more informative for you. Please remember that these are general readings, and so they may not apply to everyone. If you would like a reading that is personal and specific to you, please visit my website at thealchemistastrologer.com, provided on the link at the upper corner. If you have visited my site before, you'll need to clear your browser's cache for the schedule button to function properly. And Pisces, let me thank you for taking some time to spend with me. So this first week of December is probably very frustrating. You may feel as if you are going in circles, beating your head against a brick wall, constantly confronted with no-win situations. This is negative energy. Now, some of you may be dealing with some kind of treachery or hostility or some insensitivity on the part of others. You may be involved in arguments, or there may be issues of betrayal or revenge, something destructive or manipulative. For others of you, this could be a week where you're simply having to act in your own self-interest. This card signifies breaking away from the pack, doing your own thing, not following what is probably generally accepted. This could also be having some knowledge of criminal activity. So this is a week to be very careful about pushing too far, overstepping your boundaries. And something could come up that really gets you going, gets you frustrated. But this is going to be the incentive that pushes you to go ahead and take care of something that you know you should have taken care of a long time ago. So don't allow your impatience or your frustration or even your overconfidence to push you toward taking some kind of unnecessary or foolish risk. However, this could be a week where if you've had any inner conflict or any inner turmoil or self-doubt, you could be putting that all aside. If you've hesitated in the past, you're going to overcome that this week, and you're going to move forward and take care of something, bring something to light, something that you have been worrying about, something that's been a concern for you, something that was on your mind or that you had questions about. This is the week where you're going to take that to task and address it. And you don't care you care, but whatever the response is, you're willing to deal with that. Now you want things out in the open. You want things cleared up. Let the chips fall where they may. Now, for some of you, this says that you have been, taking some things for granted. Maybe you've been too self-oriented, choosing to do things on your own, your way. And so maybe you're taking other people or situations or yourself or even your health for granted. And if that's the case, this could be a week where, you get a strong reality check, or maybe you get your feelings hurt because that, situations are going to come home to roost. So again, this is a warning card about being careful with your physical safety. If you have been feeling under the weather, make sure that you double check your medication, or if you're taking some medication, you may feel some side effects from that. For some of you, it could be difficult to even determine what it is that is troubling you physically, much less treat it. So be very careful. Make sure that you are keeping focus, because it's going to be very easy for you to be distracted this week, and you can make mistakes, you can make an error, you can, create an accident or create some kind of misunderstanding if you're not careful. So this is a week, for you to try to get clear on something. You may be trying to get some type of gratification or feeling content about something, or maybe you're holding on to something. Maybe you are concerned about someone stealing your ideas or your thoughts, or maybe you're not listening to the ideas of others. So this is a week of caution. Now, the second week you have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is earth energy. You may be coming in contact with Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So earth energy, sun, moon, or rising, male or female, or perhaps just the situation is characterized by the traits of this Knight. So this Knight is very slow moving, but he does generally produce, although it's going to be at a slow and steady stream. So this could be a week where you're very concerned about making some tangible progress. You want to move ahead, and you could very well have some unexpected sources of income come to you this week. This is about being a hard worker, being practical, using your common sense. You're trying to improve your finances, and you may be taking a very serious, methodical approach to do so. This could be a week where you're concerned about loyalty and faithfulness, whether in yourself or in someone else. So some of you, you may be coming in contact with people who work in finance or work with their hands, work with the land, deal with animals, or you may be doing those things. This is about being reliable and trustworthy, and those are some of the issues in connection to creating some tangible stability and feeling emotionally grounded. Now, for some of you, there could be issues of faithfulness and loyalty because you may be involved in some kind of secret love affair, or you may be in some type of activity that opens up more possibilities for you romantically, socially, or otherwise. Whatever the case, though, you're not interested in one-night stands or fly-by-night relationships. You're interested in those that are in it for the long haul, a long-term relationship that you can depend on, that gives you, a sense of fulfillment, a sense of purpose. So you're not going to want to deal with people who are, unreliable. Now, for some of you, your attitude, maybe something has gone on, and maybe it has to do with last week when you were in that no-win, kind of situation with negative energy that may be carrying over into this week. And so either you or someone you connected to could be a bit of a downer. You're kind of casting a shadow over perhaps a more pleasant atmosphere. But generally, this is a week of focusing on making some progress, good fortune, manifesting your thoughts, opening up yourself to possibilities. And for some of you, this is a card about getting grounded and getting some clarity on a situation. Now, the third week, you have this card that indicates one of two things. Either you did indeed receive some unexpected income, there was some gain with very little effort on your part, or you're still waiting. This can be a week of frustrating delays and having to be patient. Or some of you have planted something, whether that's literal or you started the beginning of a project and you're waiting to see the the results of that. You want to reap the rewards of whatever you're doing. So this could be you taking some time to do some type of assessment. You're looking at something. You're trying to find out if what you're doing is indeed worth the effort. This could be a long-term project. Maybe you're developing a practical skill. Maybe you're re-evaluating something you were involved in, or you're waiting for some results. You could even decide to take a direction change. So for some of you, you may feel as if you've put in effort and you're still not seeing a return. There's a sense of wasted effort or failure, or maybe you're stopping something too soon, or something is missing, or For some of you, you're taking too long. Again, the Knight of Pentacles is very slow, and maybe you're taking too long to act on a profitable opportunity. Some of you, maybe you're quitting and giving up too soon, or some of you are in some dead-end situations. You're worried about your finances. Maybe you've even experienced some losses. And so there are problems that you're dealing with. Whatever it is that you're faced with this week, you're getting ready to really sit down and take a look at some things to see where you are with your pursuits, your projects, your relationships. And you're going to think about, how you've been investing, and has it been the right thing, or is it the wise thing to do? The majority of your time, your money, and your emotions. So this could be about following your bliss, or this could be about the need to follow your passion. Now, the last week you have the Two of Swords. So you're still moving slow. You're making little progress because you're having difficulty making a decision. Maybe you don't have enough information, or maybe you're blocking some kind of change. Maybe you're in a stalemate with someone else and you're trying to come to some kind of truce, some understanding. Maybe there's a very difficult decision before you. You did this assessment and you haven't quite come up with the answers. There could be issues about a settlement or an agreement. For some of you, you're blocking your emotions. You're not listening to your intuition. So the action is just suspended right now. Now, for some of you, maybe that's a strategy you're using. You're waiting for the tide to change before you strike, and that may work for you. It could be that, you're playing this waiting game is going to work in your favor. In the interim, it's going to strengthen your resolve, your determination, your plan of strategy. And so that could be a good thing. But in other situations, maybe, again, you're just feeling hesitant, you're doubting yourself. And this waiting period where things are just on a hold could find you very impatient and frustrated, and that frustration could dictate your attitude. It could cause you to act rashly and say something or do some things that actually hurt your efforts, hurt your cause. So if there's something that you want to save or promote or salvage, be careful of when and how you strike. So this is sort of a cautionary month to really take your time and strategize. And you could also find that, be careful of acting on your fears, because you could periodically have some irrational fears or anxieties that overtake you and overwhelm you when you least expect them to, especially if you are suffering some kind of financial difficulty or strain. So your personal determination is the solution, and it's either going to help you or it's going to hurt you, depending on how you deal with it. But this is a week of uncertainty, and so you could swing either way. Maybe because you don't know what to do, you either do nothing, or you follow the line of least resistance because that's what you know. But even that, on some level, you're going to regret, and you know that. So this could be a week where you need to decide whether you should take a risk or put something out there, or maybe you decide you need to tread carefully and hold back until the right moment. The underlying energy is the Six of Wands. Now, this is a great card. This is a card of victory. This is victory, though, with the help of other people. So there could be, many unexpected opportunities for you this month, professionally or personally, that give you an opportunity to rise to the occasion and show your best side, your skills of leadership, your friendship, your cooperation, your loyalty. And in doing so, that's going to bring you into contact with people that can actually help you further your cause and advance your interests. So this is going to be a month where you could achieve quite a bit by simply helping others and accepting help from others. It's going to make everybody's agenda a whole lot easier. Now, you're in the spotlight also. This is a card about recognition, acclaim, pride. Maybe you experience some kind of breakthrough, or you're reaching your goal, and it puts you in the limelight and you actually feel good about what you're doing. Or for some of you, maybe there are some self-doubts. There's a lack of confidence because you do have a lot of cards about waiting and patience and no-win situations. So you may feel as if, what your success is either delayed or not what you thought it would be, or it's short-lived, or there's some betrayal. The benefits you thought you were going to get are only superficial. They're scratching the surface. So there could be, recognition that you're in a no-win situation and you're trying to make progress or trying to get recognition. Maybe the Knight of Pentacles is key to everything and you're waiting for something to come through and you're having difficulty making a decision just about what to do. So for you, it's very important that you are not resistant to any advice or any suggestions or any help that's offered that could improve your situation. But again, with so much slow movement and hesitation, it's likely that some gains you were looking for are either going to be delayed or they're not going to be quite as large as you expected. So this could be a month where, you're thinking about bringing your ideas to life, or you're trying to attract something that you desire, or you're trying to wield influence over others. For others of you, you're in some type of illusion that you're dealing with, and there's a need for you to take some steps. Now, there's a dilemma that you're faced with this month. You're trying to make a decision about this no-win situation or some treachery on the part of someone else. You're weighing your options about it. This could be financial. You could be trying to figure out, what you're going to do financially. And you may be waiting on some income, or you're waiting to make progress in a particular area. But this is going to be a month that's largely determined by getting some clarification on some things, getting clear about your commitments, restructuring some things so that you can operate more efficiently in your daily life. And it's also going to be about your relationships, your partnerships with others, and you will probably be examining those to determine what you are indeed receiving in return, and is it worth what you're putting out. All right, Pisces, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I would greatly appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and kind comments. For those of you who have already offered your support, please know that I am grateful and committed to you. The more you engage with me, the more I enjoy what I'm doing. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, and I look forward to speaking with you next month.